Okay, so good day. So this video lesson would be about multiplying rational algebraic expressions. So we have three simple steps. So first, you're asked to completely factor both the numerators and the denominators of all the fractions. And then second is you have to cancel out the common factor of the numerator and the denominator. And then third is to rewrite the remaining factors. So meron tayong example dito sa part na to, itong sa solution part. Okay, so naka-factor na yung sa first step, ayan na siya, finactor na. Galing to sa module nyo, okay? So, pinaste ko lang dyan. And then second, to cancel out the common factors. So, maka-cancel dyan is si y minus 2 and divide by y minus 2. Y minus 1 divided by y minus 1 is equal to 1. Tapos yung matitira, what's left, you just have to rewrite it. So let's have our examples here. Yung start with the simple ones. So if you have say 4x cubed divided by let's have 6 y squared times if you have 12y cubed divided by 8x squared. So it says there that you have to completely factor both the numerators and the denominators. So let's start with factoring them completely. 4x cubed can be factored as 2 times 2 times x times x times x. And then for your denominator, that would be 2 times 3 times y, right? And then for the other rational algebraic expression, 12y cubed can be written as, or can be factored as 2 times 2 times 3. Because 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, times, and y cubed could be written as y times y over yung 8x squared could be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times x times x. And then we move on to the second step, which is to cancel out common factors of the numerator and denominator. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you also have 2 here. That would be 1. X divided by x, another x divided by x is 1. Then you have 2 divided by 2 is 1. Another 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you have 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay, y divided by y is 1. Another y divided by y is 1. So what would be left here? Okay, so that's it. So denominator, you only have 1 there. 1 na lang natira. So you have x times y, that's xy, over 1. Or you can just have this as your answer. Okay, let's have another example. Say you're given x squared plus 2x plus 1. Yan, that's a perfect square trinomial. Divided by, let's have 5x squared. Then you have, let's multiply to 10x over, say, x squared plus, say, x squared plus, say, 3x plus 2. Okay, so let's do the first step, which is to factor our numerators and denominators. So this is a perfect square trinomial. Ito. So you just get the square root of the first term. That would be x. The square root of the last term. That would be 1. And then their middle term is positive. So plus lang yan. Times itself. Or you can say x plus 1, the quantity squared. And then sa baba, you have 5 times x for your denominator. And then for the other rational algebraic expression, you can write that as 2 times 5 times x, because 10 can be factored as 2 times 5. And then for your denominator, so you find the factors of 2. That would be 2 times 1 that when you add, it's equal to the numerical coefficient of the middle term because 2 plus 1 is 3. So, tama yan. So, that would be x plus 2 times x plus 1. Okay? And then, for the second step, you cancel out common factors. So, you have x plus 1 divided by x plus 1. Right? And then, you have 5 divided by 5. Then, x divided by x. Okay? So, ito yung natira. Yan yung natira. Okay, just have to rewrite it. Rewrite natin siya. So, that would be 2 times x plus 1 over x times x plus 2. Okay? So, this would be our final answer. Di na yan masisimplify. Okay? Let's have another example. Okay, say if you have this next example. So, the first procedure is to factor our numerators and denominators. So, for x squared minus 3x minus 4, find the factors for negative 4. That when added, it would be equal to negative 3. So, that would be negative 4 times 1, right? Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. So, our factor for that, factors would be x minus 4 times x plus 1. And then, for the denominator, na-factor na natin to kanina. That's a perfect square trinomial. So, that's x plus 1 times x plus 1. Okay, get the square root of the first term, the square root of the last term. Then, we write it as like this, or you can say x plus 1 the quantity squared. And then for 4x minus 8, so common factor nila is 4. So matitira sa loob ay x minus 2, right? And then you have 2x. Hindi na siya ma-factor. So cancel out ang mga pwedeng ma-cancel. Ang pwede ma-cancel dyan. Yan lang, right? Okay, this one. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay? So, our final answer would be, ayan, can write this sa unahan. So, 2 times x minus 4 times x minus 2. O, commutative property ng multiplication. So, kahit rearrange mo yan, still the same, the value won't change. Tapos sa denominator, ayan, may natirang x. Ayan, natirang x plus 1. Okay. So, let's have x times x plus 1. So, you double check. Dapat walang naiiwan. Diyan na lahat. Okay. Then, this would be your final answer. Okay? Simplest form na yan. Wala nang mga cancel out pa dyan. Okay, let's have another example. Okay? Ito natin ilagay. Example number 4. If you are given x squared plus 5x plus 6 over, say, x squared plus 6x plus 9 times say 2x plus 6. Okay, over you have say 3x plus 9. Example lang. Okay, so we factor them completely. Hanap ng factors ni 6 na pag i-add equal to 5. So, that would be 3 times 2 lang. Okay, so x plus 3 times x plus 2. And then for your denominator, that's a perfect square trinomial. So, you get the square root of the first term, that's x, plus the square root of the last term, that's 3. And you multiply it with itself. Okay, or you can write it as the quantity x plus 3 squared times, okay, factor out mo yung si 2. Titira sa loob by x plus 3. And then, you factor out 3, right? Ang matitira ay x plus 3 din. Tama, right? Okay, so you can check. So, 2x plus 6 and then 3x plus 9. And then, we cancel out common factors. So, we have, this could be cancelled out, right? Ito din. So, pwede itong isa. Pero, ayan lang naman siya magkatapat. So, yun na rin. And then, ayan. We rewrite what's left. Hindi na masisimplify yan. You can have 2 times x plus 4 over 3 times x plus 3. This would be your final answer. Okay? So, I hope you've learned something from our 4 examples. I would be giving you more examples next time. So for now, itong 4 na ito munang pag-aaralan nyo. You can watch it again if nalilito pa kayo. Okay? Sa part na kailangan mag-factor, you have to review how to factor polynomials. It's very important na tama yung pagka-factor para tama yung ating sagot when we multiply rational algebraic expressions. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.